Hello everyone, it's Keeley and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be filming yet another book haul. So I do have an excuse for buying all these books because we always need excuses, right? But I have my first big girl job, so now I get paychecks and so I can spend my money however I want to. So I have 10 books to show you here and I am excited about all of them. Of course, it's a book haul. How could you not be excited about all the books you're hauling? But let's just get on into it. The first book I have to show you is 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott with Mickey Daughtry and Tobias Iokonis. I am currently reading this, well I'm like on page 3, but it's the next book I plan on reading and finishing. So if you don't know, yes, this is the movie with Cole Sprouse. It follows 2 characters that have cystic fibrosis and they are not allowed to get within 5 feet of each other because that's just how it is with CF. You could contract infections and stuff from other patients. So I'm hoping the representation is good. I really want to read up on some Own Voices reviews to see if it is really good, but this book is really short. The cover is beautiful, so I'm hoping I love it and then I can go watch the movie. The next book I have is one that I have already read, and that is Milk and Honey by Ruby Kaur. I have been wanting this for years since it came out, and as soon as I got that first paycheck, I was like, let me go finally buy that book. And I was a little let down. There were some really good ones. I tabbed 4 of them. There were 4 that I really loved. A lot of them I felt like they were very similar. Also, if you don't know, this is a poetry collection, and I usually don't like poetry, but this is like the modern poetry, which I actually like the modern poetry. But I was reading this, it really reminded me of one of my friends, and I told her, I was like, you need to pick this up. But I didn't relate to it as much as I was hoping, which I guess is a good thing because it's kind of dark and sad. But yeah, I ended up giving this one 3 out of 5 stars. I know this isn't a wrap up, but yeah, I already read it. This next book is On the Fence by Casey West, and I feel like I've been talking about Casey West a lot in my videos, and that is because I am obsessed with her. She is my favorite author right now, like of all time. Love her. I have given every book of hers 5 out of 5 stars. Basically the gist of all of her books are they are young adult contemporary, so I don't really need to give a synopsis because, you know, it involves a girl that falls in love with a boy. There's always a different situation. She reminds me a lot of Sarah Dessen, but her books I just fly through and I love them so incredibly much. So I am excited that I have another one in my Casey West collection. Speaking of my Casey West collection, I also got By Your Side by Casey West. Now this one sounds so good. I mean, they all sound really good, but this follows a girl named Autumn who gets locked in the library. Yeah, it's over the entire weekend and then she realizes she's locked in there with someone else. Dream? Okay. I can't rant more about Casey West because I've already done it enough. Love her. Know I'm gonna love this. Super excited. The next book I have here is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. I am slowly collecting the Brian Selznick editions, and so this is the 3rd one I have, and it's just beautiful. I love these covers, and if you don't know, I collect like every edition of Harry Potter, so the more the merrier. This next one I have already read once again, so I'm doing pretty good with this book haul, and that is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. This follows a girl named Libby who was previously America's fattest teen, and it also follows Jack who has prosopagnosia. I feel like I'm saying that so wrong, but basically it's face blindness, so he can't recognize faces even of the people he loves, and then they meet, their worlds collide, they go to the same school, things like that. This isn't a wrap up, but I have already read it. I really want to know what Own Voices reviewers think of the representation because I think it was done well. Yes, Libby is a fat character, but they don't shame her for that. She's not trying to lose weight in this book. Like, she is fine with who she is, and that is awesome. So I think the representation was really good, but I would love to see what other people think. If you have read this and you are like Own Voices reviewer, let me know what you thought about it. I would also love to hear from someone who has face blindness because I've started researching the heck out of that because it is so fascinating, but also like I don't know anything about it, so let me know. But I enjoyed this one. The next book I bought is pretty random, and that is The Radium Girls by Kate Moore. So this is a like non-fiction book. It just says the dark story of America's shining women. So I went to the high school I went to's one night play, and their play was Radium Girls, and basically it's set in after World War One, I think. It's set after World War One. So like, long time ago. Yes, it's Otherwise Dark Years of the First World War. So it's like during the First World War, I think. So these girls make clocks, and the way that they write the numbers or something, they lick their paintbrushes, therefore transferring like the radium, and they're getting radium poisoning, and some of the girls start dying, and like their jaws start rotting and stuff like that. So it's like this big scandal. This company's trying to cover it up, and I love the play. I cried, so I had to buy the book, and it is kind of a chunker, so I'm a little nervous, but hopefully it's as good as the play. The next book I have is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. I love Katrina Leno. Her books just hit me in a way that some just don't, and I just love them. I feel so hard for them. But this one, I'm not quite sure what all it's about. A lot of Katrina's books are like contemporary with like a magical twist. So from what I read, there is magic involved, and if you can see on the cover, I believe this is LGBT, which is really awesome. But I have loved every Katrina Leno book so far, so I'm really excited for the latest one, even though I just got it and it's been out for a while. The next one comes out in April, I think. So excited. The next book I have already read, and it is once again another Casey West book, and that is P.S. I Like You by Casey West. So this follows a girl named Lily who is kind of eccentric. She likes music and bands that like aren't well known. One day she's sitting in chemistry and she hates chemistry, and she has this song stuck in her head, so she writes the lyrics on her desk. The next day she goes to her desk and someone has continued the lyrics, and they start writing letters back and forth. This book I loved. It has an excellent trope in it. I don't know if it would be spoiling it by telling you, so I'm not going to tell you, but it is a trope that a lot of people really love, including myself. Casey West books are very trope heavy, and I love that. I love tropes, okay? I don't get annoyed with them. I love them no matter how it's done. But yeah, also give this one 5 out of 5 stars because I've given them all 5 out of 5 stars. And the last book I have to show you is A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Taheda Mafi. This book is going to change the world, and I really hope the movie, because congrats, it's gonna be a movie, I'm so excited. I really hope the movie changes the world and opens the eyes of arrogant and ignorant people. But this follows a girl named Shireen. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but it follows her after the events of 9/11, and she is a Muslim American teen, and so she faces all the horrible backlash of that. I'm not even kidding. I was in tears from how furious and mad and angry I was reading this, knowing that there are people like this out there who just discriminate and are racist. Ooh, I could go on a whole rant, but this was really, really cool. It opened my eyes, and so I hope it opens the eyes of mean people. You know what I'm saying? So good. Loved it. So these are all the books in my book haul today. Let me know if you've read any of these. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my social media links will be down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!